A $370 million mansion in Beverly Hills is just a stone's throw away from another mega mansion owned by Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman in a celebrity enclave where humble abodes are valued over $40 million. These two are neighbors, but what brings them together is far more than good taste in real estate. It's part of a new emerging trend of global wealth moving into America. But it's not just a rich Saudi prince buying a fancy house. Across America, the world's elite are quietly buying up land. And there is nothing more quintessentially American than land. Now, Americans have long seen themselves as independent landowners. And if you want to see how the rest of the world sees America, all you need to do is look at who's snapping up its real estate. Over the last year, foreign nationals bought nearly $20 billion worth of residential property in America. And that's almost double what they spent the previous year. And the buyers were mostly individual investors, not foreign companies or governments. This means that for the first time ever, more than 18,000 mansions and luxury homes across the United States have been bought up by foreign millionaires and billionaires. So why are they spending so much money? And should you worry? Let's unpack this story in today's episode of The Globalist. In recent years, we've become accustomed to the ultra-rich buying up properties simply because they can. Just take a look at Jeff Bezos. The Amazon founder recently purchased a $78 million property in Hawaii. It's a stunning piece of paradise that occupies as much space as 18 American football fields. But the most bizarre part about the purchase was that it came with its own private dock. Why does a multi-billionaire need a private dock? Well, he's got a yacht that's longer than an American football field. It's called the Kuru, and it cost him at least $500 million. That's enough room for a full basketball court, which makes it all the more ironic that he also owns a private jet. If you thought that was excessive, wait till you hear about Joe Lau's $350 million purchase in Hong Kong. It has a penthouse apartment that covers as much space as 3 tennis courts and has more rooms than the White House. Now, that's what we call living large. These examples might make us feel like the rich are out of touch, but they have nothing of what's happening in America. Since the pandemic began, the U.S. has been inundated with wealthy foreigners looking to buy their slice of the American dream. So why are they suddenly interested in America? Well, the first reason is the same as Mohammed bin Salman and Jeff Bezos. They're rich, and they can afford to spend hundreds of millions of dollars on vacation homes. And for people with that kind of cash, America looks pretty good right now. In 2022, the United Nations Human Development Index ranked the United States as the country with the highest standard of living in the world when it comes to income, healthcare, education, and life expectancy. America takes the cake. In fact, according to the CIA World Factbook, the average American earns over $36,000 per year, which is 5 times more than the average person in China and 9 times more than the average person in India. Plus, the U.S. has some of the best universities in the world and a booming tech industry. With highly paid jobs and access to top talent, it's easy to see why so many wealthy people are moving here. After all, why work hard when you can play hard? And let's face it, America is the land of opportunity. With a thriving economy and endless possibilities, it's hard to resist. But that's not the only thing drawing in the crowd. America has always been a land of promise, a place where people could come to start a new life and build their dreams. And even today, it remains one of the most popular destinations for immigrants worldwide. According to the Pew Research Center, around 1.3 million immigrants moved to the United States between 2020 and 2021 alone. These newcomers come from all over the globe, including China, India, Mexico, Cuba, and the Philippines. They're drawn here by the same things that have always made America great: freedom, opportunity, and prosperity. Take Dr. Binish Desai, for example. He's a millionaire businessman who left India to start a new life in New York City. Or Dr. Marcelo Begaki, a successful surgeon who moved from Brazil to Los Angeles to pursue his American dream. These are just two examples of the many people who have come to the United States in search of a better life. But why is America suddenly more attractive to immigrants? Well, according to Pew Research, it has to do with the economy. In recent years, the U.S. has experienced a surge in job growth and wage increases. Plus, the unemployment rate has been low and the stock market has been booming. All of this has made America look like a land of opportunity and plenty of jobs. But it's not just the economy that's attracting immigrants, it's also the culture. America has long been seen as a melting pot of cultures and a place where people from all over the world can come to live together in harmony. Plus, the U.S. is home to some of the most iconic landmarks in the world, from the Statue of Liberty to the Golden Gate Bridge. There's no denying that America has a lot to offer, and it's clear that people are taking advantage of the opportunities that are available to them. Just take a look at the growing number of startups being founded by immigrants. In recent years, the United States has seen a surge in the number of new businesses being started by people who were unborn in the country. According to the Kauffman Foundation, immigrants are twice as likely as native-born Americans to start a new business, and those businesses are more likely to be in high-growth industries like technology. Take, for example, the co-founder of a popular messaging app. He's just one example of the many immigrants who have started successful businesses in the United States. But it's not just immigrants who are taking advantage of the opportunities in America. Foreign investors are also pouring billions of dollars into the U.S. economy. In fact, foreign investors are the largest group of buyers of U.S. Treasury securities, and they hold nearly a third of all publicly traded U.S. equities. Plus, they invest billions of dollars in real estate every year. So why are they putting their money in America? Well, it helps that the U.S. is the largest economy in the world, and it is home to some of the most stable investment. Plus, the U.S. dollar is the world's reserve currency, meaning that it's the currency that other countries use to trade and invest. So it's no surprise that foreign investors are putting their money in America. Of course, the question remains, should you worry? Well, it's important to remember that foreign investment isn't bad. In fact, it can help boost the economy and create jobs. Plus, foreign investors are often bringing in new ideas and perspectives that can help businesses grow. But that doesn't mean that we shouldn't keep an eye on what's going on. We need to make sure that foreign investment isn't being used to manipulate the markets or take advantage of workers. We also need to be aware of the potential risks that foreign investment can bring, like increased competition and job losses. That's why it is important that we stay informed and engaged, and that we make sure our leaders are doing everything they can to protect our interests. At the end of the day, America is a strong economy, and we shouldn't worry too much about foreign investment. However, it's still important to stay vigilant and make sure we're getting the best deal possible. Now I want to hand it over to you. What do you think? Should we be worried about foreign investment in America? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode of the Daily Upswing. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.